What's going on, guys? It's Jay, and Michael Jordan is the big topic of conversation right now and pretty much always as far as his stature in the game of basketball. But with the documentary The Last Dance coming out, I wanted to look at a very special time in Michael Jordan's career. And, you know, what we're seeing right there is the shot against the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 1989 playoffs, a series that the Bulls won. And I wanted to get a snapshot of that time, that special time when Michael Jordan was really a phenomenal player, winning scoring titles, you know, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, slam dunk contest. And it was pre-championships. But to me, it was Michael Jordan at his best, like raw Michael Jordan at his best. And, you know, Doug Collins was the coach, as you can see here. And this was, you know, before this guy here was the coach, and little did anybody know Phil Jackson would win 11 championships. But hey, we're gonna take a look. I'm gonna get a snapshot here, just one game of the late 80s Bulls 1989 playoffs. You know, I just decided to cut the clips up of a Cavaliers game in which Michael hit the shot, and we want to see what their identity was offensively, and we want to see, you know, what did they run offensively? What did a pre-Phil Jackson Chicago Bulls offense look like? Well, you know, here we go, man. Here we go. So, observation number one, Michael Jordan played point guard. This was actually something they experimented with late in the season, and it's well documented. He actually ripped off 7 triple-doubles in a row at one point when they made this move. Even though the team wasn't winning more, their offense picked up. Here he is doing traditional point guard things. You know, ball gets passed in. He'll call plays, he'll bring it up, he'll get them into their offense, and sometimes he'll give the ball up and then he'll come and get it back. You know, they'll run plays for him off the ball, but he'll be the one initiating. And we're trying to show you both here. Here's when Doug Collins calls a play from the sideline like that, you know, they'll have Michael just give it up, go weak side and get the ball. But they understood he was a big scoring option, but he actually was their primary point guard regardless. But they'll run things like this for him, get him the ball closer to the basket. And, you know, he's super athletic. He's tough to stop. Observation number two, I mean, they really ran. And when you have a passer like Michael Jordan, who's a really gifted passer, he's an underrated passer because he's such a great scorer. He could have been Magic Johnson-like and could have been Jason Kidd-like or John Stockton-like in terms of putting up big-time assist numbers. Maybe not that much, but he was pretty good. And he got out and ran, and he could really zip it. And they got it either on out of bounds or, as you can see here, off the rebound. If Jordan got it and pushed, you know, it was something tough to deal with. And look, he misses this layup, but you can see the raw athleticism. It wasn't always perfect. He'll be the outlet, and they'll get it out to him. He'll mess up sometimes, but he was really a show on the break, and they try to push that pace. Now, observation number three, I mean, you know about this, and you've heard about the fact that Michael Jordan faced double teams, and that's just a fact. You can put on the film, and man, it was tough. You know, spacing wasn't great offensively, and on top of that, dude had to deal with double, sometimes triple teams. You know, look at that. He got 3 guys sent at him. This cut is funny to look at, but he ends up getting the ball out of there, and dude's a magician having to deal with all that. So now we can look at their offense, okay? Now we can look at some of the pet plays they like to run. Doug Collins, you know, didn't have a singular offensive identity like you may think of Phil Jackson running a triangle. They like to run this here, bull, zipper, stagger. If you don't know what a zipper cut is or stagger screens are, I'll explain those things in other videos, but you can see the formation of this play. Pretty basic stuff, and they'll have Mike getting it sometimes, and they'll reverse it and try to find a post player sometimes like you've seen here. And this is what they do, okay? So Michael Jordan's initiating the offense. Point guard Michael Jordan, bull, zipper, stagger. They will find a way to pass it back to Mike and get it in the post like they like to do. And then they get a kick out here for a Scottie Pippen three-pointer. And this is the play probably they ran the most often in their offense at this point. So here's point guard Michael Jordan again, emphasizing point guard Michael Jordan, but they'll run a UCLA cut into a ball screen. Michael didn't, there was no high ball screens or inside ball screens in this offense. You know, when Michael Jordan would get a ball screen pick and roll opportunity, it would be with this play. You know, a UCLA ball screen. And you'll see it again here, a UCLA cut. You know, I can explain that another time, but that's the cut. And then he'll reject the ball screen, go to the bucket, and draw a foul. You know, we'll see it again. the UCLA cut, which is, in that case, he brushes off the high screen. And then here he goes hitting a roller for a bucket, but it actually got called off for some reason. But play number 3 here, they like to run floppy. They actually went to it late in this game, but they seem pretty comfortable running it. And we've actually explained it on this channel. 2 screens on one side, 1 on the other. And here they get an open 3-pointer. You know, Michael Jordan didn't shoot many threes at this time, so if they ran it for him, it would be kind of for him to get loose and get to the bucket, maybe curl for a mid-range shot. But in this case, he gets it, goes to the bucket, kicks, and you know, the Bulls were able to get an open 3 there. But they'll run a different version of the same play, and we'll call it point DHO floppy, which, again, a DHO means a dribble handoff. So there'll be a high dribble handoff into the floppy play as it's developing, and they'll be able to get the shots they want. Well, at least the shots they're trying to get. When we say point, you know, this is a kind of a Princeton offense concept, but not exactly. And the point of it is to run floppy and try to get the best shot that they can. Okay, here's a last look at this set. And the Bulls try to run this quite a few times in this game, late in the game as well. And here it is, the pass to the dribble handoff, and then somebody's running baseline. And then sometimes they'll just hit somebody there if they think they're open and not even let it conclude. So that's basically it. Just a quick snapshot of the late 1980s pre-Phil Jackson, Doug Collins Bulls with Michael Jordan at point guard. I think it was an interesting time in Michael's career. And there it is, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a snapshot of that. I thought it was interesting. Please subscribe to the channel. Click on the button here on the screen. And we're going to keep trying to bring the fire content, keep trying to help everybody get better, more knowledgeable about the game, and be involved in the discussion. So go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys want us to crack open, and you know, we'll get into it.